What's crafting, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the people of YouTube? It is Clements back on the mic, and today what I've got for you guys is the best Modern Warfare Uzi setup inside of Warzone. Do not sleep on this gun, guys. This gun melts everything in its way. I feel so embarrassed to say that I've never actually given the Uzi a chance inside of Warzone. I've liked it on Modern Warfare multiplayer, but within Warzone, I'm not sure. I've just never really given it the opportunity, never really used it, and now that I have, I've fallen in love with it. It's absolutely insane. The gun has absolutely zero recoil and has incredible range for an SMG, honestly. This gun's fast, it's powerful, and it sure as hell is accurate. So give this class setup, give this gun a chance, guys. I never see anybody using the Uzi anymore. I've never really seen many people using the Uzi all round for the past year of Warzone, honestly. So yeah, if I see a sudden increase in Uzi users in the game, then I'm going to take credit for that. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into the class setup. So starting things off with the muzzle, we are using the monolithic suppressor. Obviously this thing belongs on every Modern Warfare gun in the game. We are using it for obvious sound suppression and effective damage range, which is very important on an SMG if you want to take part in them medium range engagements. So for the barrel, I am using the 16.5 inch factory carbine, but if you guys have the FSS Carbine Pro, that's a mouthful, Pro barrel, then go ahead and slap that on instead. They both are amazing barrels. If you don't have it unlocked, no worries, go for the factory carbine. This thing is a monster with the factory carbine, but God only knows what the Carbine Pro does to this gun if it's insane with a factory carbine. They're both insane barrels, they're both good, but I think that one just does its job a little bit better, and that is the Carbine Pro. So if you have that unlocked, go ahead and put the Carbine Pro on. Now for the ammunition side of things, we are running the 32 round magazines. This thing is a must have. If you don't have the 32 round magazine unlocked, guys, you need to unlock it. I feel like this gun has a lot of unlock criteria, unfortunately, but this thing gives you added damage and added range, which is brilliant for medium engagements. And well, it does take away a little bit of recoil control, but the thing has minimal recoil, as I've said already, so that is fine. If you don't have the 32 round mag, I would temporarily use until you do unlock the 32 round mag. The 40 round magazine, you do get a little bit of a ADS penalty and a movement speed penalty, but that is probably the best option over the 50, to be honest. It's not worth the ADS penalty for the extra 10 bullets, if you ask me. And the whole reload animation on the Uzi is pretty quick, to be honest, so don't worry about having to reload all the time. That's why I don't mind the 32 round magazine. As an underbarrel, we are using the Commando foregrip for added recoil stabilisation and aim stability, and the best thing about this thing is that you get zero ADS penalty. It's either the Commando or the Merc. I know a lot of people like to use the Merc foregrip, but I rarely ever hit fire, and I don't like the ADS penalty. It does give you a little bit of added recoil control, but I can't really tell a difference, to be honest, between the recoil stabilisation and the recoil control. This thing has absolutely no recoil whatsoever anyway. I want my Uzi build to feel fast, I want it to be snappy, so I am going to be running the Commando. It's just the better option. And for the fifth and final attachment of today's class setup, we are running the no stock for added movement speed and ADS speed. The Movement Speed Pro does combat the Commando foregrip's con as well of movement speed. You do lose a little bit of aiming stability, but this thing's going to feel really fast with ADS, so you're going to be snapping it in and out with it. You don't need to be pre-aiming basically, so it's fine, and you do lose a little bit of recoil control, but as you can see in the gameplay that I have been using, this thing has absolutely no recoil whatsoever. So to be honest, I would never use the no stock in Warzone. I've never used it on guns like the MP7, but with the Uzi there's absolutely no recoil whatsoever, so I do like the no stock. I like that added mobility. So there you have it, guys. There is the best Uzi class setup inside of Warzone as of Season 4. The Uzi is massively underrated in Warzone. The fire rate on this thing is quite... I meant to mention the fire rate on this thing is actually quite slow, but I think it makes up for it in its damage. And I also think that this gun is the best the best Modern Warfare SMG for them engagements a bit further than 10-15 meters. For an SMG, this thing is an absolute beamer. So yeah, do not sleep on this, take advantage of this gun. I don't think this thing's going to be getting the nerf anytime soon, it's not by any means. broken or anything like that, but Raven Software have said that they're going to be looking into a lot of the Modern Warfare guns, trying to counterbalance them, make them a little bit more powerful. Hopefully they will make the Modern Warfare guns a little bit more viable in Warzone, because let's face it, let's say 60% of the Modern Warfare guns in Warzone are, well, they're nothing compared to the Modern Warfare weapons, let's just put it that way. There's only a few weapons that are Modern Warfare that are viable in Warzone, such as guns like the Kilo, the UZI, and I do have a class set up on the channel for the Kilo as well, if you guys want to check that out, link will be in the description. I just think that 80% of the Modern Warfare guns that are in the game right now are pretty inferior in comparison to Cold War weapons. And when Raven say they're looking into Modern Warfare guns, I really hope they plan on doing something about that. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you found it helpful in any way, shape or form, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.